Hello and welcome back to another Respect and to another edition of Smackdown Out of 10. Last week, Cody Rhodes and John Cena signed their contract for SummerSlam. Cody forcing Cena to do it. This week we got a whole load of action, including the Wyatt Six, and then we also got Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre and Jenny Roll building up to the tag title match. But SmackDown opened with a shot of the roster and some legends on the stage. Triple H talks about Hogan's passing before they play the 10-bell salute. And then went to a video package about him. Jimmy Hart was crying a little on stage, which was of course really sad to see. Triple H narrated a video that covered select parts of Hogan's life and career. We've done a video on it, so yeah, I'm not really going to go too much more into it. But yeah, a nice touch to kick off the show. Before or after a break, Logan Paul came to the ring to talk about his upcoming match at SummerSlam. He said it was good to be back in Cleveland before he did his usual routine of insulting his hometown. He brought out Jelly Roll as his guest, and the musician cut his own entrance short to insult Paul from the aisle. He said Paul had been a Silver Spoon kid for his whole life. The man with the face tattoo showed no intimidation getting into the ring with Paul. McIntyre stood in the ring to stand next to Paul as soon as the crowd chanted for Orton. As soon as the Viper got to the ring, he decked McIntyre to kickstart the brawl. McIntyre and Paul got the upper hand, but Orton and Jelly Roll came back and ended the segment by throwing him out the ring. This would have been more sense if it was the final segment, but you know, it's predictable but serviceable, and the crowd reacted, so it wasn't bad. Before we got Alexa Bliss versus Roxanne Perez, Charlotte Flair accompanied Alexa, of course, Raquel with Roxanne, and you know, it's booked to hype the upcoming tag match. Bliss and Perez are two of the smallest women on the roster, so both of them used to fighting bigger opponents in match situations. You could tell both were excited to work with someone as small size, because it allowed them to do moves they may not be able to normally do. Bliss was able to make a comeback when the show returned from a break. The Queen cheered on her partner as she hit Perez with a flurry offense. When Flair and Rodriguez got into a fight, Alexa hit Twister Boot to save her partner. When she got in the ring, Perez rolled up to her for leverage to get the win over Bliss. And I think it kind of ties into tension between Flair and Bliss that maybe there. It worked quite well, and you know, definitely hyped it up. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Moving on into Jade Cargill, who got into a fight with Chelsea Green backstage and brought her out to the ring to keep beating on her. She rolled Green into the ring, waiting for a ref to make it official. The show cut to a break. We returned to see Cargill still dominating. Niven and Fire watched from ringside as Green made a short-lived comeback before she was hit by Jada to give Cargill the win. Secret Hervis attacked after the match, but Tiffany Stratton made the save. This match took place mostly during a break and was very basic squash. There's not much more to it really. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Because kind of there to hype the women's title match. Personally, didn't really feel like it did that. And yeah, in a way, just did Chelsea Green dirty more than anything. Before Cody Rhodes then came to the ring to talk about his upcoming match against Cena, he spoke briefly about Hogan before his promo against Cena. Before backstage, Jacob Fatu was giving a promo where he interrupted by The Miz. He said Fatu putting him on the shelf for 6 weeks is going to help him figure out who he is. He even slapped Fatu after telling him he got a match between them booked. The Miz tried to avoid Fatu at first, but the Samoan Werewolf cancelled and beaten down eventually. Fatu was sent into the ring post as the show went to break, and Solo and his crew showed up, but Fatu was able to fend him off, hitting the Samoan drop for the win. Sakura's group pounced on him immediately, and Jimmy showed up with a steel chair to help even the odds. The match and segment were predictable, but it shows that their feud's going in the right direction. So yeah, for what it's worth, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Before we then got the Wyatt Six versus Andrade and Phoenix for the tag titles. Of course, Phoenix and Andrade won the match. The match was a solid back and forth contest until Phoenix was taken out by Loomis at ringside. This was then the Wyatts took control heading into break. When we returned, it seemed like the challengers would make the come back a little too late. Loomis and Gacy looked dominant as they used quick tags and double team moves to keep their opponents separated. Sadly, WWE couldn't even commit to a decisive win and decided to have Nikki Cross pull the ref out to cause a DQ. The rest of the tag division showed up to fight the Wyatts a bit, but when Fraxton took out DIY and turned it into brawl, all this booked the TLC match with all of them involved for SummerSlam, and yeah, very excited about that. Overall though, SmackDown this week gets a 5 out of 10 from me. It felt very light on in-ring work. Of course, I guess the show was taken over a lot by tributes to Hogan, but you know, I still would like more. Phoenix and Andrade versus the Wyatt Six was probably the best match of the night, but it wasn't exactly a high bar. So yeah, for that reason, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. For this video, thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme, and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now; that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.